In the beginning, not with a supernova, not with prophecy, but with a bowl of soup. Thick, steaming, glowing faintly blue. Served in a cracked ceramic mug on a planet no star chart ever bothered to name. The locals called it Pip. Population, 1 moon, 2 rivers, and a society that believed sadness was just hunger in disguise. So when Professor Flux crash-landed in their fields, suits scorched, soul frayed, eyes hollow with the weight of exile, they didn't ask questions. They handed him soup. And for the first time since the fall of Brass Spire, he cried, quietly, into the mug, because even geniuses need comfort food when the universe has kicked them in the ribs. They let him stay, built him a lab from scrap and song. He repaid them by teaching gravity to dance and showing their children how to fold paper into working hovercrafts. He was happy, not loud about it, but the equations in his notebooks grew softer. Less sharp. Some even rhymed. Then the Gnashers came, not an army, a hunger. They didn't conquer, they unmade. Civilizations crunched between their teeth like stale crackers. They moved in perfect rhythm, a symphony of consumption, each world they ate making them louder, closer, inevitable. Flux saw them coming, not with sensors, with memory. He'd faced them once, lost everything. This time, he wouldn't run. He built a weapon, not of fire or force, but of delay. A harmonic loop, tuned to the frequency of hesitation. A grenade of awkward silence in a universe that never stops moving. It wouldn't win, but it might buy time. Time for one ship, one escape, one passenger. Fluffel to find his old buddy the Brass Mage and ask for help. A young Fluffel, overcurious, underqualified, adopted by the villagers after he tumbled out of a malfunctioning delivery drone labeled fragile, emotional bioform do not tilt. Flux trained him in 3 days. How to pilot, how to hide, how to not touch anything shiny. Fluffel nodded, then immediately asked if he could press the red button. The ship launched as the first Gnasher troop that set foot on the planet, tiny, barely bigger than a coffin, designed to fit one. Flux stayed, not to die, but to stand, to be the door they had to break through. The last thing Fluffel saw before the jump ripped him into the void was his world going quiet. Then silence. Then snacks. Halfway through the warp tunnel, Fluffel remembered the emergency Fluffel rations, crunchy carrot puffs shaped like tiny swords. He opened the bag. One puff floated up, then another. Then the whole bag exploded in 0G. He reached for one, slapped the console. Zap, a spark. A pop. A screen flickered, destination override, Brass City right arrow unknown. Then wormhole exit imminent, steering offline, Fluffel gasped, the Brass Mage, the ancient pact, the ceremonial Fluffel handshake. All lost. Now he was hurtling toward an unknown world, carrot puff stuck to his nose, ship spinning like a dropped coin, and dead ahead, silhouetted against a purple sky, stood a giant blue knight, glowing like a cursed nightlight, too dense to dodge, too proud to duck, too glowing to ignore, and with zero regard for personal space. Fluffel waved tiny paws. Duck, in squeak. Meep zort, no response. Direct hit. The ship bonked off his helmet, spun once, crashed into the dirt. Smoke curled from the engine. A tiny wing drooped like a wilted lettuce leaf, and painted on the side in shaky poor writing, "No scratches, please." Too late. Sir Glowstick rubbed the dint on his helmet and said by the glow, "What was that?" His cape, reacting slowly to the collision, possibly on purpose, lifted up over his shoulders to seemingly look at the downed flying saucer, almost saying, "Wow, what was that?" and slowly formed a tight, furious fist. They went to look. The top opened up. Luna's gun drawn, Glowstick's shield up, and his cape making a fist just in case. Out climbed a tiny, furious, slightly smoking ball of pink and purple fluff. Big sparkling eyes. Pom-pom antennae trembling with rage. Paws balled into tiny fists. Fluffel took one look at the giant blue idiot who had dented his precious ship, then at the fresh scratch on the hull, then back at Glowstick, and exploded. In his native tongue, a rapid-fire storm of squeaks, chirps, flailing paws, and accusatory stomping. But the meaning was universal. "You did this. You stood there. You're tall. This is your fault." He pointed at the scratch. He pointed at Glowstick. He pointed at the sky as if calling the universe to witness this grave injustice. Luna couldn't help it. She snorted. Then she lowered her gun, stepped forward, and gently scooped the tiny, angry fluff ball into her arms before he could launch a formal declaration of war. She held him close, felt the faint trembling beneath all that soft fluff, and whispered softly, "You're safe now, little Fluff." Because even when worlds collide, some things are universal, like the urge to protect something that small and the quiet hope that it might hug you back.
Don't worry, little friends. Help will be here soon.